Oh, Grand Rising. What do you want to talk about today? It's a great time for gratitude. And when you understand the power of gratitude, you will make a timeline jump. And our journey that we're on, it's been accelerated over the past few years. We've been on an accelerated journey of hopping timelines, and it's really been a very overwhelming couple of weeks. A lot of us are feeling this right now. We're live. If you hear me crystal clear, hit 555, hit 888 if you're here for abundance, because the gratitude that we have for our life, the abundance that's coming into our life, it's so overwhelming. And I will be sharing some real life stories on how the power of gratitude will actually allow you to make the timeline jump. There's a lot of reflection that's been going on, really reflecting on my life the past few years, and saying to myself, wow, like I literally am on a totally different timeline. If you are in a place in your life where you say, you know what, I want so much more. I want so much more than this. I have dreams. I dreamt about this type of life, and I want to get to that life. This is the message for you. This is the message for you. Life is a moving target. And there are seasons that we go through. Everything has its seasons and cycles. And when we go through these seasons, they're designed to get us to the next phase of our everyday lives. And it's really about seasons, just like how we're in a season right now. It's the holiday season, baby. Oh yeah. A true alchemist is able to transmute the denser energies. We're all kind of going through denser energies. And I'm going to share from my journey how you can achieve a balance. I appreciate that, J and D. What I did last year is not what I do this year. And we're going to have to be called to listen to ourselves, listen to God, and go through the seasons that might not be so comfortable. And we want to also have balance. I've been seeing a lot of things out on the TV. You ever see TV land that really are not in balance at all? This is a time period of gratitude. This is a time period of togetherness with the light warriors. I appreciate you all being here. Let's be together. And maybe you're going through a time period, and I'm here to tell you, my journey this year is not what my journey was last year. So maybe what I went through last year is what you might have to go through this year, or maybe you went through it before I did, and you didn't really understand why you went through a season like that. Okay, so we're all going to go through these phases. We're all going to go through these seasons. And when we have the gratitude for the season, for who we have in our lives, over time, Pam, you will be able to see very clearly. So we're going to get the show on the road. So if you're just tuning in, very grateful if you can hit the like button so others will hear this message. Not only have I been reflecting on where I was last year, a lot of nostalgia, a lot of reflection has been coming up. So you might be getting this message and you could say, you know what, I am going through a lot of reflection. And I could reflect back to 2019 and years prior. And I had my 528 hertz on the nightstand, laying in bed, having that frequency on, and the flashback of where I was in life. when I started this. And I sat in bed getting ready for bed. Now I fall asleep pretty quickly. I've shared that on this channel. If you're tossing and turning, check out the channel page. A lot of us go through this. I went through a whole season like that. I said, I'm on a totally different timeline right now. And number one, maybe you went through this. Number two, I hope it gives you the encouragement that you need, that you will jump the timeline. This is real proof that you jumped the timeline. And I sat there, and you know, a lot of you know this journey. It's not you don't do this to be popular. You don't do it to be rich. You don't do it for all these things. You do it to actually become the best version of yourself, and you do it for your freedom. And I say to myself, wow, I'm so grateful for my freedom that I have. And you might resonate with that. Life is a moving target. And I've shared about my journey of wellness, diet. I don't like to call it a diet, but it's a lifestyle. Your life is a moving target. It's not the same all the time. It's not the same year after year. Last year, and many of you were part of this channel for many years, I had to shut my life down. So during the holiday season on Thanksgiving, like as I'm leaving this message is relevant at any time. But on Thanksgiving, I needed to shut my life down. I spent the day fasting in solitude. A lot of people, you know, they don't do that. So the first part of the lesson is there's a time for this and a time for that. My life, it was my life. Your life, ready? Your life might not match up with the rest of the world's at a certain time or a certain time period in the year. It might be a very inopportune, but sometimes in inopportune conditions, we need to perform at our finest, right? I needed to be in isolation. I needed to be in solitude, and I needed to fast. And my body really needed it at that time. There's a time for this and a time for that. While everyone was celebrating the holidays with their family, you know, gathered around, eating all the delicious foods, I needed to fast. That's what I was called to do. I went through a lot last year, earlier in that part of the year, and I needed to make my wellness my top priority at that time. I needed to make my ascension my top priority at that time. It's the vibrational frequency that we all carry. Sometimes you're going to have to shut your life down. And then eventually, Pam, as Pam is writing right now, it's smooth sailing ahead. Smooth sailing, baby. It's smooth sailing. You know, I recently, with my, if you're on Patreon, and you could join Patreon for free as well. You know, I share posts and throwbacks. I went back to the original Power of Gratitude video I made years ago, and it's such a time period of reflection to see how far we have gone in such a short period of time. Happy Thanksgiving, Fairy House. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone. So grateful you're here. You're spending your Thanksgiving rising with our everyday lives. I appreciate you being here. How far we have gone. So you have to realize in your life at that time, in that season, what is required at that time. So last year, while I was in isolation, in the wilderness with God, I was fasting. I didn't have time to do anything else. And it's not, oh, poor Mike, sorry, Mike. We all are going to have to go through when you're called, what is required at that time. This is what was required in my life at that time period last year. I'm so grateful. My health is exponentially greater. My community, my work, my vocation is exponentially greater. And the foundation was built because I shut my life down. I shut my life down. You might be called, it might be required for you to shut your life down. I fasted. Not only for Thanksgiving, but for all of the holidays. I fasted. But especially on this holiday, I ate nothing the whole day. And I've shared about my journey. I mostly do intermittent fasting, but I fasted this whole day. Because at the time period, it was what was required. Later today, I will be indulging in many foods I don't normally eat. There's a time for this and a time for that. Here on this channel, and what I want to present to the world, especially the spiritual communities, the conscious communities that are out there, please hit the like button so people hear this. I'm here to promote balance. A lot of people, they start to think and they develop something called orthorexia. And I did a full video on that. It's on the channel page. And again, every year, just like last year, I was called to fast. This year, I'm not going to develop orthorexia. I'm not going to be a masochist. I'm going to be with my loved ones. I'm going to eat food that I don't normally eat. And it's all part of the journey. And you are going to see people. I'm seeing this out there. I see people, because of their popular diet on social media, they're destroying the holiday. Okay, and again, I needed to go into a situation last year where it was needed. But sometimes we're eating out of the ego, if you will. Sometimes we're eating out of the ego. Sometimes what we're doing is not togetherness. Okay, I appreciate that, Angela. Appreciate you. Sometimes we have to get back. We have to get back with our family. Sometimes we're gonna just live our everyday lives. And I'm sharing from a person that's into bodybuilding and wellness. It's actually shown that if you have a cheat meal every once in a while, if you cheat on your diet, right, it's actually good for you. It's actually good for you, right? And you actually burn fat quicker for those that are a little too tight on these things. Okay, I see people. I saw them on the TV. There were so many people. That were confused by certain creatures on the TV telling you not to go to your family because they voted for this person or that person, and they're promoting separation. Here in the Our Everyday Lives community, we bring people back together. Everyone, 1,000 people, write it in the comments. We're getting the band back together, baby. We're getting the band back together. This is a time period of gratitude. This is a time period of getting back together with the family. We're getting the family back together. We're getting the band back together. I'll be eating food that I don't normally eat. It's okay. There's a time for this and a time for that. Harley Ray Crystal Shop, I appreciate you very much. Happy Thanksgiving. Family is all that matters. Absolutely, yeah. I actually just hit the Palo Santo from HarleyRayCrystalShop.com. Tremendous Palo Santo. Pam 909, thank you so much. Happy Thanksgiving, Michael, and the Our Everyday Life family. Always be pumping. EFV, my father's gonna love that one. EFV. Maybe I need to reshare the story of EFV. I got my EFV up. No, but it's really time. It's really great when your whole family takes the ascension journey with you. Isn't it great? Isn't it great when when your whole family takes the ascension journey? But it's really, life is a moving target. Life is about balance. I'm so grateful that I had the experiences that I had. This is a time period even to quote unquote love your enemy, but they really weren't your enemy. These were people that were set into your life to bring out the best in you. And I've seen this over the course of my journey, but you are going to have to overcome the situation. You are going to have to, quote unquote, survive the situation. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for the people that brought out the best in me. Because that's truthfully what we're here for. This is our evolutionary journey. We're here to become the best version of ourselves. As I sat, I said, wow. And where, the things that I'm going through right now, this is a time period of processing, okay? And each and every one of you that have been here, you show up every day, you've seen how this actually played out. Not only do I teach on a daily basis, this is a reality show. Isn't it the greatest reality show ever? AQ, thank you so much for that. I appreciate you, AQ. And please smash the like button. It allows other people to come on this live stream. I see more of you came on. I'm very grateful for that. Thanks for being here today. Thanks for spending your Thanksgiving rising with the Our Everyday Lives family. We're here every day. Be present. Thanksgiving is togetherness. So you might get this message today. You might say, you know what? I don't have anyone. Or I'm gonna be alone today. Guess what? I was alone last year. Today, and again, I have a small family. I'll be with my parents and my sister, and that's it. We all have different lives, but these are our everyday lives. This is the journey that we were put on. It's so important to work on your wellness. As we move forward with this channel, health is our wealth. Everyone write that down as well. Health is our wealth. When you increase your health and wellness, you increased your lifespan. So who cares? I told my family, who cares? We miss 1 year. We're going to be living to 200 years old, right? Midge, wow, thank you so much for that. 4444. Midge, very grateful for that. Thank you. Representing my 4-month anniversary of stumbling onto this beautiful channel and community. Love y'all. Thanks for being here. 4 months, baby. I appreciate you, Midge. I appreciate everyone. If you're here 4 months, 4 years, 4 days, it's just divine timing. That's all it is. Linda, thank you so much, Linda. Blessings and love to everyone. God bless us, everyone. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. We have to have the gratitude, okay? I'm reading some of the comments. I get it. But as I shared a long time ago, and it doesn't change, override everything with the power of intent. I've shared this many times, and that's how my family is. Rascal Advocate, thank you so much. This is the place to be. It is the place to be. Our Everyday Lives is the place to be. You can write that down as well. No, in my family, we could hang out on a random Tuesday. We could hang out on a random Tuesday, and there's love. Some people, here comes the truth. There's fake families, there's fake love that they need the holiday in order to show it. In my family, it could be on a random Tuesday. Hit the like button if that resonates with you. And this is a whole time period. It's not just a one day. I'm going to spend a lot of time. And again, I need to keep moving. And please hit the subscribe button. You're going to see so many beautiful things from this channel in the upcoming weeks and months and years. There's a lot of things, okay? There's a lot of things that we need to get accomplished. And you have to know your seasons. And we are going through the quickening. You might have stumbled across this video today, and you say to yourself, you know what? I feel like time has sped up. Do you feel like time is speeding up like never before? Hey, time is speeding up. Speed it up, Speedy, right? If you feel like time is speeding up, well, you can't be on that matrix schedule anymore, if you will. You can't be on the matrix schedule. So you're going to have to be flexible with how you go about things. You're going to have to go slow. Like, I don't know how people could do things in 1 or 2 days when it comes to I hear these people, they're traveling in, they go here. I'm like, that is so exhausting. Especially if are you dealing with ascension? Are you dealing with ascension symptoms? As we're jumping the timelines, ready? As we're jumping the timelines, our nervous system has to reset. And there are afternoons where I have to shut down and sleep for half an hour, 20 minutes. Have to. Have you experienced that, especially lately? The nervous system resets. Your frequency is changing. Our frequencies are changing. Our lives are changing. Our everyday lives are changing. So now we're going to have to stop. Wait a minute, right? We're going to have to stop a minute, and we're going to have to reset, and then we move forward. What is required is what you have to ask. What is required in your season? What is required at your time? This channel, right, and it lasts the test of time, but this channel is a revolving door, and we have the core. Okay, so the core that shows up, and you might get this for the first, take the Hour Everyday Lives challenge. Show up for we'll call it the Midge challenge. 4 months. Show up every day for 4 months. Look at Midge, right? Ask Midge. Midge, leave a comment. Show up for 4 months. Let's do 4 months. We don't even have to do a year. Show up for 4 months and see if your life totally changes. So this what we're doing is a revolving door. People come in and out. So they might catch something. They're not getting the full right thing. They might have an assumption of who you are. They might assume. Those that know what happens when you assume? Those that know, right? So some people come in. It's a revolving door, and that's okay. But if those that are seeing how this actually plays out, consistency, resiliency, authenticity on the channel page, the lion knows, the lion heart knows. Consistency, resiliency, authenticity. Why don't you write those 3 words down? Why don't you write those 3 words down in the comments? Why don't you write those 3 words down on a piece of paper? Look at those 3. That's how I live my life. Who is Michael? Consistency, resiliency, authenticity. If I live my life with those ethics, with the honor code, we talk about ethics and honor code on this channel, okay? Do you understand honor code? Some people out there, they don't get honor code. Consistency, resiliency, authenticity. And that's how I went through my journey. Last year, it was, I got to say though, there was no option. I didn't really feel like I was so in a place, and I'm just being real with all of you. If you showed up today, you get the real stuff. You get the real stuff. I was in so much pain. I couldn't move anyway. I had no appetite. That was my life. But we withstand things. This is alchemy. Are you an alchemist? The power of gratitude will make you be an alchemist. Do you want to jump timelines? Do you want to manifest? Not like, I want to manifest, right? A special potion. No, it's the power of gratitude. I assure you, over the course of my journey, when I've applied the power of gratitude, I have manifested things like never before. And sometimes the manifestation isn't for the Lamborghini and the so that you could drive to the Starbucks drive-through to order your macchiato and run the gas, waste $5 worth of gas. Hit the like button if that resonates. No, this is true manifestation. Sometimes we manifest our freedom. Sometimes we manifest our sovereignty. And your needs are going to be met by the universe, by the angels. The angels are going to come into your life. The angels come in. Here they come. Me. They come right in. They come in. They give you assistance, God, and they're sent by God. If you missed the video of how you have to go into the wilderness alone with God, you got to ask yourself the question. Ask it right now. Do you have a personal relationship with God? I don't know the answer. You have to know the answer. And what you're supposed to do, ready? You could either take the Bible, the Word, read the words, right? You could go to people on YouTube. You could go to other spiritual teachers and leaders, right? It's all great. But then what you need to do, you, the person that's, hey, you see your Uncle Mike on the screen? How you doing? You, the person that's listening to me right now, you're going to have to take that information. Now you're going to have to sit alone. Will you go out on the beach? Will you go in the park? Will you going to go up in the mountain? And now you're going to have to process it. And you're going to hear the word of God alone. Because there's too much chatter out there right now. In the world right now, you're going to see him out there. There's a sea. There's a sea that you have, and there's the waves are a little rocky in the sea right now. But there's real stuff and there's fake stuff. How are you going to discern it? How are you going to differentiate? How are you going to navigate it? Well, you might be called to shut it down. Shut it down. Be alone. That's where ideas are born. But it doesn't mean you purposefully, throw everyone out. Let me throw everyone out. And you're seeing this out there. Oh, this person voted for this person. I'm not going to talk to them anymore. It's crazy. This is a time period of family, of togetherness. You know, and it's like, it's wild. Listen, if you haven't done this, join a gym. Join a gym. Seriously, join a gym. Join a gym. It is a beautiful place. Seriously. I have friends in there. We all bust each other's chops. We all have different, and politics are falling apart. We could have different political views. We could have different diets, different lifestyles. We all just joke around and have a good time, and we all appreciate each other. Join a gym. Get off the computer sometimes. Am I speaking the truth right now? Are you seeing this out on social media? You seeing people that might be a little out of balance? Maybe out of alignment, deranged? Maybe we're seeing things that aren't making sense? Maybe they're not coming together as a family? These are the things you're going to have to ask yourself. Okay? You have to find yourself first. Once you find yourself first, then others will find you. Lie and teach. I appreciate you, 1111. I appreciate that very much. I love you. Life isn't about material wealth. It's the heart that loves, the mind that conceives, and the spirit that remembers. Happy, slow down, and be with the ones you love today. Absolutely. Thank you for sharing that. Appreciate you. It's so true. We're all going through things. It's so, and being on this journey, the blessing that I have to meet so many people, share their stories, learn. We learn through each other. I'm learning from all of you as well. All right? If you're new, hit the subscribe button. We're a family here. It's the royal family. The royal family. And again, I'm reading the comments. I hear stories like this. And you only might have a small group of people. Or you might go down to by yourself, which I went through a season like that. And I'm here to tell you this. You might go, and again, I'm grateful for all of my experiences because it made me become the best version of myself. But I went through a season where there was a lot of, you saw the truth of people. You were constantly maybe getting stabbed in the back. You were constantly getting curves and swerves. And so now, with all the betrayal, you could have betrayal in your own home, within your own community. Have you ever had tons of betrayal? I'm trying to rise up. That's God's lesson. Now, I'm here to tell you, so you might go into the wilderness. It's actually a little scary. I'm just being real, right? It's a little scary to, okay, how do I trust people? Am I speaking the truth? You might feel this, right? Uncle Mike felt this too. You might have betrayal. You might have all these different things. But again, these are our life lessons. And whoever's supposed to come along with you, I have had all different things. You might have spiteful people, and then you have people that do something and they apologize, they come back. Because we all make a free will conscious decision. Are we going for the ascension, or are we going for the matrix? Are we going for the ascension, or are we going for the matrix? Ultimately, we have to understand the balance. We are all one. However, we are all individuals. And when you lose yourself, when you lose your individuality, everything else collapses. Okay? So we go into the wilderness, we figure it out, we detoxify ourselves, we know exactly who we are. We know exactly who we are, and then we go back. And now, as we emit this new frequency, a new frequency is being emitted. I get tons of data because of what I do. I have a world famous YouTube channel. I don't know if you know that. Daily videos, 9 a.m. Eastern time. Please hit that subscribe button. I'm so grateful for that. You have no idea what I had to go through to get here. I appreciate you if you hit that subscribe button. I see it. It happens. People come and people go. I see the data. I see the numbers. People get triggered. They leave. People come back. But we're going up like this, right? Just like how I see data all of our lives, because you see numbers. Numbers are the universal language. That's the energy right now. So are you seeing this in your life? You're going up, but it goes, doesn't go straight up. It doesn't go straight up. T Knock, I appreciate that. Happy Turkey Day. Fast till feast time for me, absolutely. So I'm also fasting right now, AKA leaving tons of room. Evan, thank you so much. I appreciate that, Evan Hamlin. Thank you, Evan. Thanks for joining. When I eat that, I always love my mother's stuffing, okay? Please connect on Facebook, TikTok, and Patreon, and your Uncle Mike is going to be sharing some more behind-the-scenes footage of things. When I eat that stuffing today, the gratitude, it just comes pouring out, because honestly, I couldn't even eat it last year. There's actual work that needs to be done. You want to jump the timeline? You want to become the highest version of yourself? You want to embrace the chosen one that you are? You are a representative for your family. You are a chosen one. Oh, yeah. Now we're starting to rise up. It's so important to know this, live this, love this. Love it. The more you love it, the more you show gratitude for it. I'm telling you, everything starts rolling out exponentially. Everything starts rolling out exponentially. It really does. It really does. So I really, I'm so grateful for each and every one of you being here today. Comment down below if any of this resonates. Do you have to spend this season alone, as I did last year? Do you understand balance and coming back into alignment? What are you grateful for? Write it down. Write it in the comments. Write it on a piece of paper. And speak it out loud. This is how we actually are alchemists. This is how we transmute energies. And I'm so grateful for my life lessons. Everything that might have looked so negative was so positive for me, because I'm here to be the best version of myself. And in order to bring out the best in you, you're going to maybe have to go through a little tough time. And I went through a tough time, and I came out better than I was before. Cristal, thank you so much for that. I really appreciate you. We are a part of the new human. Sorry. Oh, wow. Sorry, the thing moved up. We are part of the new human connection. Gratitude for the lessons and connections here. Love y'all. I love you. Cristal, thank you so much. And as you sent me the message, dear one, I was ready for the big fight. Our family members give us the messages. I've known this my whole life, even back when I was a teacher, and the parents would tell me, will you ever consider teaching adults? Sometimes people are telling you the answer. Sometimes we wait for God to give us. Sometimes God is speaking through the people. Cheryl, I'm so grateful for that. Thank you so much for that, Cheryl. My heart is full of gratitude for this community. Thank you for guiding us, Michael. Much love to all. I'm grateful for you, grateful for everyone. Thank you for that, Cheryl. Sometimes the messages come from the people. And sometimes you might have to train for the big fight. Every great fighter, every great person, you remember Rocky, right? You had to go into isolation, got to train hard for that. You want to defeat that big enemy. You want to defeat that big enemy, you're going to have to go into isolation, kid. You're going to have to train. You're going to have to diet. It's not a forever thing. It's a season. And that's where a lot of people get lost in the spiritual communities, the conscious communities. Please hit the like button today so people hear this word. You have to understand seasons. Not everything is a lifetime. Sometimes we have the training season. We have to really focus. We have to dial in. We have to focus on our diet. We have to focus on our detoxing, our cleansing. But your life is not a cleanse. Your life, everyday life, is not a cleanse. There's a season for this. And I'm watching people destroy their lives by being out of balance. And in their mind, they have a tough time. And what we want to do here in this community is make these things great for all the people. Get back into balance. Get back into alignment. Know your season. I've said this many times. You have to know your season. And what I needed to do, I needed to let go. I had to realize this. All I could do is make it easier for you. And what I needed to do when I started letting go, I said, I can't fight against this anymore. This is my season. And I just let it go. Okay? Carla writes, beautiful balance. It's the double B. It's the double B. It's the beautiful balance. Write it down, everyone. Beautiful balance. I had to let go. I said, this is my season. I can't fight against it. I have to let it. God gave me this season. I got to let go now. I have to let go. I hope this resonates to people. So again, it's not a forever thing. We have our seasons and cycles. And I'm grateful for everyone that's played a role in my journey. And what are the roles, you know? Ultimately, I'm here to become the best version of myself. And there's people out there that do so many great things for me. And some people did very nasty things to me. But they all helped me become the best version because I needed all of these. I needed it all. I needed it all. And I love you all, regardless of the role that you played in my life. I sit here in reflection in this season, so grateful. And sometimes we have to have everything taken away from us to realize true gratitude. And we start everything over. And sometimes we have to rebuild our health, rebuild our wellness, rebuild our communities, rebuild our lives, rebuild our vocation, rebuild our job. I'm Mike the Builder. Remember Bob the Builder? I'm Mike the Builder. I'm always building. Building bodies, building lives, building communities. Real men build. Start building, kid. Roll your sleeves up. Start building. It's time to build. And we all have different roles. So what I do is going to be different than other people. But you have to just focus on the energy themes. Realize that you are a creator. Realize that we all give birth to something. And sometimes you got to push really hard to give birth to something. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take some hard work and dedication. Sacrifice. Know your season. Love you all. Comment down below. What are you grateful for? I'm grateful for each and every one of you. We have daily videos, 9 a.m. Eastern time to help you become the greatest version of yourself. Let's get back into balance. Let's get back into alignment. Let's improve our everyday lives. That has a great ring to it, no? It's going to be a great, it's just going to be like the biggest thing in the world right now. Oh yeah, you know what's coming, baby. Oh, this is going to be a December to remember like never before. Please hit the subscribe button. I have so many things planned. You have no idea. It's going to be tremendous. Yeah, I appreciate you all being here. Really do. I really do. And sharing is caring. And check out the channel page if you're new. And if you happen to be totally in solitude today, if there's one person that's getting this today, I did it last year. I did it. It's part of our journey. You get in the isolation. You focus on yourself with everything you got. Give it everything you got, kid. Give it everything you got. And you're going to be the best version of yourself. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. These are our seasons. We do seasons for a lifetime. We do seasons for a lifetime. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone. I'm grateful for all of you. Keep going. I love you all. Like, comment, share, all that stuff. It really helps. It really does. It really does. And I will see you tomorrow. Big stuff is coming. Big stuff is coming. Bye for now.